Welcome to another deep dive. Today we're looking at a paper about animating still images of people.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So,
So you know those old family photos everyone has?
right.
Imagine turning those into dancing videos.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, that's the kind of thing that this paper is all about.
Okay.
It's called Dyna, Expressive Dynamic Human Image Animation.
Catchy.
Yeah. So by the end of this deep dive, you'll understand how it all works, what makes Dyna special, and maybe what it means for the future.
Sounds good.
I was looking at figure one and just, wow,
Yeah.
it's amazing. They can transfer like dance moves onto a picture of someone totally different.
Huh.
And it's not just the person they're animating, it's the background too.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's super realistic.
That's pretty cool.
And get this, the AI can do all this even if it hasn't been trained on that type of movement.
Oh, so like zero shot learning.
Yeah, exactly. Like imagine teaching someone to play piano.
Okay.
And suddenly they pick up a guitar and just start playing a song they've never heard before.
That's a good analogy.
Thanks. But I guess previous attempts at this kind of animation haven't been as good.
Yeah, that's true. One big problem has been the movement, like making it look natural,
Right.
not just for the person, for the background too.
Gotcha.
A lot of times in the past, you'd have like a person moving smoothly,
Yeah.
but everything else was just frozen.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, it just didn't look natural at all.
Like a robot dancing in front of a green screen.
Exactly.
But figure 3 compares Dyna to those older methods.
Uh-huh.
And wow, the difference is huge.
In what way?
Just look at how Dyna handles like flowing hair and clothes.
Okay.
It's so much more fluid and realistic.
Interesting.
They've introduced this thing called the dynamics adapter.
What's that?
Well, it's like a special part of the AI.
Okay.
It helps the AI make more natural movements for the person and the background,
I see.
but without changing the original image.
So, like, it has more freedom to be creative, but still has to stay true to the original picture?
Yeah, exactly. And Dyna doesn't just do body movement, it can do facial expressions too.
Really? So it can, like, make a photo smile?
Yeah. They have this other module called S-Face ControlNet. It transfers expressions from a video onto the face in the picture.
Wow, that's pretty neat. But how do they keep the person looking like themselves if their face is changing?
Good question. So the S-Face ControlNet only works when the AI is learning.
Got it.
So it learns how to make tons of different expressions without being tied to a specific face.
Okay, that makes sense.
Then when it animates your photo, it uses the expressions from the video but keeps your features the same.
Oh, cool.
And speaking of learning,
Yeah.
their training method is pretty interesting.
What do they do?
It's called harmonic data fusion training.
Okay.
They use videos of human movement,
Uh-huh.
but also scenes from nature like waterfalls or fireworks.
Oh, wow.
So it's like they're teaching the AI about how things move naturally, like both people and the world.
That makes sense.
Yeah. And if you look at table 1 in the paper,
Okay.
Dyna is doing way better than other methods, like on this metric called DTFVD.
DTFVD, what's that?
I think it measures how well the AI captures like dynamic texture.
Interesting.
And if you look past DTFVD, Dyna is beating the others on a whole bunch of different metrics, you know, the ones that measure how good the animation is overall.
I see.
And they even did a user study where people rated the different methods.
Oh, cool. What do people think?
So people consistently rated Dyna as more realistic and better at keeping the original person's appearance than the other methods.
So both the numbers and the people agree that Dyna is doing something special.
Yeah, it really seems like it. It's combining all these innovations, the dynamics adapter, facial expression control, and this new training method. They're pushing the boundaries here.
Yeah, they really are.
So many potential applications for this.
Oh, yeah, tons. Like film and video games.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
You could create like lifelike characters and scenes using just a few pictures.
So instead of all that CGI and motion capture,
Mm.
you just give Dyna some photos and let it do the work.
Exactly. It would be way faster
Wow.
and could lead to like tons of new creative possibilities.
Especially for indie filmmakers and game devs.
Right. They usually don't have the money for those big budget effects.
Yeah, good point.
It would give creators more freedom,
Hmm.
to experiment and try new things.
Like what kind of things?
Well, they could easily try out different character designs
Oh.
or animate historical figures,
Mm.
even bring like fictional characters to life.
In a way that's never been possible before.
Yeah, exactly.
Feels like the only limit is your imagination.
And it's not just entertainment. Think about advertising.
Oh, interesting.
You could make personalized ads where a product interacts with a customer's photo
Oh, wow.
or virtual fashion models. showing clothes on all kinds of people.
That's a cool idea.
It could change how we shop online
For sure.
and make ads more engaging and interactive
Mm.
instead of those boring old banners and videos.
Yeah, I hate those.
So we've got entertainment, advertising. What about education?
Okay, yeah.
History textbooks could come to life with animated figures,
That would be so cool.
or science lessons where students interact with simulations.
Like those museum exhibits where you push a button and things move.
Exactly. But on a whole other level,
Yeah,
it would make learning more engaging and immersive.
for sure. It can help them understand complex stuff and connect with historical figures better.
And spark a love for learning.
Yeah, that's awesome. And it's not just schools, right?
Nope. Online courses, museums, documentaries,
Yeah.
so many possibilities.
Yeah, you're right.
And what about historical preservation?
Okay.
We could animate old photographs and archival footage.
Oh, you mean like make those old black and white photos move?
Yeah, we could see historical figures interact and witness events with like a new sense of realism.
That's incredible.
And we could understand what life was like in different times.
Yeah. It would be like stepping back in time.
And it could help us connect with our own family histories. Like imagine animating old family photos.
Wow, you could see your ancestors come to life.
Exactly.
So Dyna could touch so many different parts of our lives.
Definitely. But are there any downsides we should think about?
Oh, yeah, that's a good point.
Like one challenge is making sure it's available for everyone to use, not just big companies.
Right.
It should be affordable for researchers, educators,
Hmm.
artists, everyone.
Yeah, I agree. So we can see its full potential.
And of course, some people might use it for bad things.
Oh, right. Like making fake videos.
Exactly. To spread misinformation or hurt someone's reputation.
Yeah, that would be terrible.
We need to be aware of those risks and figure out how to prevent that.
But technology itself isn't good or bad, right?
Right. It's all about how we use it.
So it's up to us to use Dyna responsibly.
For a better future for everyone.
Well said. I'm really curious to see where this technology goes.
Me too. What excites you the most about it?
I don't know. It's hard to choose. It just feels like we've only just begun to understand what it can do.
Yeah. I'm really excited about the potential to like break down the barriers between different types of media.
How do you mean?
Like we usually think of images and videos as separate things,
Right.
but Dyna is like blurring that line.
So it's creating something new.
Exactly. Something that combines the best of both.
And that opens up a lot of possibilities.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
For how we create and consume content, even new forms of storytelling and art and communication, stuff we haven't even thought of yet.
It feels like we're at like the start of something big, you know?
Yeah, definitely.
We've talked about entertainment and education, history, advertising even.
Uh-huh.
But I bet there are other areas where Dyna could be huge.
Oh, for sure. Like healthcare.
Healthcare.
Imagine using Dyna to create like really realistic simulations for training surgeons and stuff.
But that's interesting. So instead of practicing on dummies or cadavers,
Right.
they could work with virtual patients.
Exactly. That look and move like real people.
That's pretty cool.
You could even simulate different medical conditions.
Oh, wow.
So they could practice more procedures and scenarios
Yeah.
in a safe environment.
Yeah, that makes sense.
It would help them get better and be more confident before they actually operate on someone.
For sure.
And you could use it for training in other fields too, like aviation
Yeah.
or emergency response.
Oh, yeah.
Anything where you need to make fast decisions and do things precisely.
It's like they get to practice for the real thing, but without the risk.
Exactly.
What about like modeling disasters? Could you use it for that?
Oh, yeah, definitely. Like imagine simulating a wildfire
Okay.
or a hurricane.
Oh, wow.
It could help disaster relief organizations.
How so?
Well, they could plan better and coordinate their response.
That could save lives.
Right.
So Dyna could be used to make the world safer,
For sure.
not just for fun or learning.
And don't forget about research.
Oh, yeah, right.
Like psychology or sociology. You could use Dyna to study human behavior
Oh, I see.
in a virtual environment.
So instead of watching people in real life,
Uh-huh.
you create these virtual scenarios
Yeah, and you can control different things.
to see how people react.
Exactly.
So it can help us understand human behavior better.
And social dynamics.
It feels like we're only starting to figure out what Dyna can do.
I think so too.
Mm-hmm.
And as AI gets better,
Yeah.
who knows what other amazing things we'll be able to do.
It's pretty exciting, but we need to be responsible,
Oh,
right?
yeah, for sure.
Make sure everyone benefits from AI. and that we use it ethically.
That's really important.
Well, this has been a really interesting deep dive.
I agree.
Xdyna has given us a lot to think about.
Definitely.
I bet our listeners are just as excited as we are to see where this all goes.
Yeah, I think so. It's a really exciting time to be working in this field.
Thanks for joining me for this deep dive.
It was fun.
And until next time, keep exploring, keep learning, and keep asking questions.